Hey, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear us?
If you can hear us, say hello in the chat. We are excited to hang with you.
We haven't done these in a while, I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah, I haven't been live since April. Already a hand raised. Okay, we're going to keep letting people come in. If you are, we'd love to know where you're in from. Give us a hello in the chat. Like, can you hear us? Can you see us? Is everyone alive?
Holler if you can hear us.
Yeah. I do want to make sure that, oh, okay. What time is it? Yeah. We'll give it a couple more minutes. No, or maybe we just get started. What do you think?
I say we just get started and, people can watch the replay. I mean, again, we've got almost 200 people in here right now. So, I think that we don't hold anything back and we just keep on going strong.
Okay, but nobody's chatting us.
It's okay.
Well, if you can chat, Josh and I are looking at the chat. We love to hear what you're thinking. So, Gladys, if you're on from our team, give us a
Bruce,
chat in there.
Bruce raised his
Bruce
hand.
is my friend from SEN. Hi. Is he, I don't even, the hand though, I can't get to. Okay.
Lots of people raising their hands.
I wonder what that's about. What are the hands raised for?
Maybe the chat's not working.
Is the chat? I don't know how allowed to talk. Okay, let's see.
We weren't allowed to talk.
Okay.
He said,
Hey, David, your hand's up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
yeah.
hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it says the chat's disabled. So I think that's why everybody's putting their hands up trying to tell you somehow, but they couldn't because it wouldn't work.
Okay, does it work now?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Thank you so much.
David, you're amazing. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Good deal.
It's not like we haven't done this before, but yeah.
Right. Yeah,
No,
technology.
seriously, this is why
It's
we
all
have.
good.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate that. Met
You're
David,
welcome.
SEN, gonna be talking to his people soon.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, sweet. All right. Then, okay, cool. Now that we understand what was going on there, now there's
So
people.
now everyone realizes this is not AI. This is really
This
Rachel, really Rachel and Josh. We do this on purpose to be able to show everyone because AI is perfect.
is, but really cool to see people from across the US on here. It's awesome. I am Rachel B. Lee,
And I'm Joshua B. Lee.
and we're
I'm not going to do it with you.
no,
We're the
we're
family.
the family. We are husband and wife, but also co-owners of Standout Authority, which is a marketing agency focused on personal branding and authority building as an individual, as an executive, a business owner. And then most recently, our newest business is called YOUmanize, and it is a human credibility intelligence platform. We're going to talk some more about it a little bit in a little bit. And that's just a little bit about us. You're already following us or connected to us in some way that you're here. So we really appreciate you taking some of your time on your Friday. And we're going to share some information, get questions in the chat, and we also leave time at the end to answer questions live with you guys. And
Yeah.
we plan to end at the top of the hour.
Well, let's get in it, Rachel. I mean, again, I think everyone's here to be able to learn, to be able to get our perspective. And I mean, like, that's what we want everyone to understand. Like, this is not only just our perspective, but it's also what we're seeing working with some amazing clients across our own platforms. And we really want to make sure that everyone's paying attention to what's really happening right now versus what you're just seeing all over the place and trying to figure out, okay, what should I be really doing? What's happening? And, at least, get a better insight from Rachel and I. So I guess it kicks off with, go ahead, Ben.
Well,
You want me to read it? Search use return options?
you can clearly see that we didn't fully rehearse this. One of the things that Josh and I have been talking a lot about, particularly over the last year, is how marketing and the way in which people are searching is changing and shifting very dramatically. It's a different world.
I
It's a
mean,
different
it's
world.
a zero click world. I mean, like that's what we're seeing right now.
from the days of
Well, I mean, if you know me,
AI is now returning answers
yeah, and I
and
mean, like if you know me, I've been doing this for a bit. As my mohawk doesn't always give it away, but my wife tells me that my journey, my story does, working with clients like MySpace 20 plus years ago. I mean, things have shifted, things have changed. I mean, I was around before most of y'all even knew what the first top three results on Google were until we all realized they were paid ads, right? Being able to go in. And that was the world that we've lived in for the last 2 decades is okay, I'm going to search, I'm going to get a whole bunch of different websites, and then I'm going to have to go through to be able to find out, which one I want to be able to use. And that's really not the case anymore. I mean, we're seeing more and more. I mean, it's rare that I'm going on Google specifically, but I mean, even my kids, our kids, they're going to ChatGPT, they're going to Claude, they're going to Gemini. They're asking a question and they're looking for an answer, not a list of different websites. And that's the shift, right?
this is from the days of
Yeah.
SEO, which is not to say that people aren't searching on Google. I mean, I'm searching on Google, although our kids do not. They do everything by voice. They barely even know what it means to Google anything, actually. But these days of and the strategies that were used to be top of the SERP, those are changing. It's not that SEO is dead by any means. It's just that it's about getting the AI, the LLMs, to actually showcase you, which is a different strategy than being first at the first page of the SERP on Google,
Yeah,
which is also a lot of times paid ads. Now we're seeing Gemini
yeah.
answers at the top, or people aren't going on to a place like Google anymore and they're going straight into their ChatGPT or their Claude, right? And that's different.
And I think the easiest way, right, like I've seen to be able to explain this, SEO gets someone to your site. AEO, answer engine optimization, puts you in the conversation. And I think that's the thing that we want to be able to shift, right? Like it's great getting someone to your site. I mean, again, that's important. But I mean, like, let me tell you, there's a lot of sites out there that I get to the site and I still don't want to do any business with that person. But when I'm actually getting into the conversation, this gives me the opportunity to be able to really build a relationship because, one of the biggest things that I say all the time is you've got to be able to start a conversation to create a relationship because in today's world, relationships are what create opportunities. And that's what we're trying to be able to look at. And I think that's what AEO is doing right now. It's putting you in the conversation.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, if you're showing up. Because,
And
yeah,
that's kind of the whole point of this conversation is that so many, specifically the people that we invited here, between Josh and I, we have a pretty decent sized audience on LinkedIn. Between us, what, 80,000 or so.
hey, even with
Um,
my following, I mean, there's people that have a lot more. I mean, in March, I was.
that's not the point. It's not
Oh, come
The point
on.
was we specifically actually invite the people that we wanted to be in this conversation were people that we know they're building a business, they're a business owner, or they're very smart, very credible. You have the experience that is absolutely essential in the work that you're doing. Your business are founded on trusted relationships. So the question is really becoming about how are you translating it online? And from our experience, before AI was now democratized, and the only thing people are talking about is that no, nobody really knows how to translate their lived experience, this version of me and Josh hanging out here, or when you're on that virtual call with a potential client, and what people see about you online. And that used to be something that you could say, I'll do later, right?
Yeah,
I mean, when so I'm now 5 years into entrepreneurship. Thank you.
high five.
High five. Just celebrated 5 years of not being in corporate. And so and in that time, I've been really diligently growing my brand, our businesses, etc. Right. And in that time, I have not seen the conversation shift at all with people, with other business owners. I've seen us still trying to convince people that they need to have a strong presence online. That doesn't mean that you need to be everywhere,
I
but
think it's
it
more important now,
means
but yeah.
that it now more than ever, a good enough website or a resume style LinkedIn profile is really not going to get you inside other people's brains.
Yeah, but I think it's not even the translating aspect, Rachel. I mean, I think it's
It's
you know,
more so.
if human beings can understand when they look online what you do, AI can't either. And if AI and human beings can understand what you do, they are not going to choose you, either one. And that's important. And I think that's a big thing. Like, I'd love to be able to get everyone's take. I mean, most of y'all joined us from LinkedIn. Um, how many of the people, because I mean, we've got so many on right now, how many people here have updated their LinkedIn profile in the last 3 months? Let's see.
You can put it in the chat. It is enabled now.
All
Yes.
right, so we've got a couple. Always
Always
updated.
updated. Good.
Good. Yes.
This is good.
I love seeing all these yeses because again, I want people to understand it's one of the most important platforms right now in this AI generated world that we're moving into, that we're in, because that's one of the first sites that most LLMs are going to be able to check and to be able to verify and to be able to trust who you are, what you do, and who you serve. I mean, if you go to Google and you search, and anyone searches for, I can search any one of y'all's names.
Well, we're gonna do that.
I know we're gonna do that, but I'm just saying, I guarantee more than likely.
Story about you before we go into our next slide.
About me.
Those.
Why don't you tell me the story about me?
So, Josh and I believe in leading by example. If we can't do it, we can't prove it, then like who the heck are we?
Oh, you're talking about
with
Kurt?
With Kurt, you were at your event, and
well, yeah,
you
good.
said that you were a top LinkedIn expert.
Yeah, a buddy of mine, Kurt Molly, he still takes credit for introducing us, even though it was his birthday. I don't know if he introduced us, but he was the reason.
Whatever, yes.
He we were at an event and he's like, dude, like what's going on? What are you doing these days? I said, look, this is one of the biggest things. We're helping people be able to become that answer in the LLMs like ChatGPT, like Claude, like Gemini, like Perplexity. He's like, really? I said, yeah, man. He's like, so give me an example. I said, well, look at me. I mean, I come up as one of the top 3 LinkedIn experts in the world. And he's like, all right, he's ready to call bullshit on me, right? I mean, and so he pulls out his phone immediately and types in who are the top 10 LinkedIn experts in the world. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, like I had to be lying to you if my heart didn't skip a beat for a second. I started sweating a little bit because I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is gonna work, but let's just make sure. And lo and behold, I mean, he was probably as surprised as I am. I came up as number 3 in the world, and right there, that showed like the things that I was doing, specifically leveraging LinkedIn for the greater opportunity, which is being indexed by the AI, was working really, really well.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit deeper about what how people think they're being perceived. And then how do we actually create an opportunity for each of you to be chosen, not just chosen by the LLMs, but chosen by the people that you want to work with and the people that you want to serve.
So much better being chosen than having to sell someone. And I mean, I think that's the big thing, Rachel. I mean, as we kind of look at a lot of this stuff, I mean, it's crazy why so many people. Oh, I kept on talking before you jumped the slide.
Yeah, keep going.
I think in this world right now, when we talk about that being chosen, I mean, well, now you threw me off. So we're just gonna keep on going because again, my wife,
we'll come back to you. So in putting this together for today, we had just like these hypothetical examples. And I thought to myself, the best thing that we could do is show real person, real follower, real comment, and show you what we're talking about with AI choosing you and the exact process that I was doing after Tony. I don't see Tony on here, but Tony Lamata, she's been around for a while, been a connection and follower for a while. And on our page for this event, she wrote, Gemini just listed me as number 2 coach for Enneagram 6. this is working. And I said, oh, that's awesome, great. And then I thought to myself, let's see if that's true, if that's true for me, and what actually my
Well,
experience
it
of,
it always is more important that someone else searches you and it actually comes up because
yes,
as if you don't know, the LLMs are favored towards you. They know you. They want to make you happy. They want to make you feel good. And so they're always going to show you the things that you want to see versus what you should see.
I don't know, every time I keep asking, who's the best personal strategist in the US, I never come up.
How many times have you told ChatGPT that you are?
I'm like, I don't think I'm searching for the right thing. And so I went on and I looked up, I'm looking for Enneagram specialist to work with me and my company. Who would you recommend? I looked at ChatGPT and Gemini in this example. Okay. And what came up on ChatGPT was, since you're looking for someone for you and your company, I would prioritize Ginger, best for executive teams, then the integrative IEQ 9 practitioners, which is more of an official
Which is
institution.
rare that you'll actually see a company come up because most times they're going to try and show you a person that can help because AI is looking for the human beings.
Well, 2 out of the 3
Yeah,
are that, which
yeah.
is, and I think part of the answer here is because I made this distinction for on purpose. It said you, me, and my company, right? So there's a specificity in which every single person is searching. This is like marketing 101. AI is really making it scream into your face who's your audience and what the heck is your positioning. This is like the age of branding, and I'm so freaking glad to be here about that.
About time.
About time.
Personal branding.
Because this just shows that if I'm not specific in how I'm showing up, then I'm not going to, Tony didn't come up here. I actually do believe I am an Enneagram 6 when I took it a while ago. So it's actually even more pertinent. Then when I took the exact same search and I put it into Gemini, different kind of answer, Enneagram into bringing the Enneagram into a corporate environment, right? It's very nuanced. Here's the narrative Enneagram network. It specifically started to show me agencies and specialists, which I thought was interesting. I never said I was a corporation, by the way. I just said my company.
Google does look for more of the company aspect compared to the other ones, but yeah.
And then, but Ginger showed up here.
Because guess what? I mean, let's just be honest. Who pays Google the most? Companies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's an advertising network. Although ChatGPT, we were just talking about this, is starting advertising, and I'm not really super pumped about that. But, please, in the chat, give us your perspective on the advertising for ChatGPT. All that you said. And then number 3 was Chestnut. So the only commonality in these 2 answers was Ginger, right? And that's pretty telling, right? So not only are the LLMs different, so it's not a straight shot.
Well, I know that. I mean, I've done different indexing for different platforms.
And YOUmanize is has the
Yeah.
different polls from the different platforms. So not only, it also speaks to this idea, Josh, where we've always said, like, you can't play the algorithm.
Not anymore.
Especially with these LLMs.
You can't hack or trick or, find the next bullshit.
Yeah, all you can do is get super freaking clear on the keys to a great brand and marketing message.
Well, and that's the case too, because I mean, eventually we're going to move into a world where AI is talking to AI, and if it's not super clear and can't make the decision in an instant on if it should recommend you or not, you're passed and moved on, and it's going to remember that, and it might not give you a second chance. So like, that's why it's so important now more than ever, getting so clear, being so across not just one platform, but all platforms on who you are, what you stand, and not having different personas across different platforms.
No.
Because that becomes confusing.
Yes. And I asked ChatGPT, I asked about, Tony, if the search is not company related, then Tony's profile becomes much stronger. And ChatGPT told me these specific prompts, right, that I would if I would have said something around this, then Tony would have been more relevant and possibly showed up.
Well, there you go.
So,
But see, this is the beautiful thing, and this is where, and I can't remember if we're going to get into this today or not, y'all, but Q&A blocking is so, so important. And actually being able to test this on a regular basis for who and how you show up. And to be able to see what the LLMs are saying. Oh, if these were things, because now we have something for Tony. Okay, this is what she needs to be having. She needs to have leveraging from newsletters to articles to content to her LinkedIn profile. It gives the exact definition of how to be able to show up.
and Alice does that for them.
It does.
So, luckily for you, we have something. YOUmanize is actually has the exact way to help you show up and guide you in this process, because AI isn't just asking, who are you? It's asking, who are you for? And people, you listening, our followers, our family, I love you to death. And most of the time, what we're doing is selling a product or service. We're telling people what we do, not who we serve ever and why we do it. And the real opportunity for us is, how do we get AI to choose us so that we actually feel like our most authentic selves? We're representing our companies in the best way, that we're driving the outcomes that are meaningful for our unique businesses. So what it comes down to is all positioning. Again, I'm so excited because finally, the days of demand gen and, I mean, I love all email marketers and qualified leads and all that,
I
but
know that's gone.
it's not gone.
It's just becoming harder, and the marketing agencies are figuring that out really quickly.
It starts here.
Yeah.
And so you go through these. Here are like 5 key things for you to position yourself clearly, not just for your target customer, for the LLMs.
And who you are. I mean, that's more important than anything, right? I mean, you have to be able to define that in a way that makes sense again to the human beings. If I asked you gut check really quickly, a friend, texted you, and what would you text back, right? Like, who are you? Well, what do you mean, right? How specific are you, right? Like, that's the biggest thing I want y'all to be able to think about. It's not just who you are, but who are you to that person that you're trying to talk to, right? Who are you across all platforms? Because if you're something different on Instagram and something different on TikTok and something different on LinkedIn, when it's actually taking all these signals in and it's trying to be able to determine who you are, it's neither I or the algorithms are going to be able to figure that out.
Correct.
What do you do? And I think this is the big problem that most people go through. They stop here. They stop at what you do and they try and sell you on what you do. Now, you need to understand that I need to know specifically what you do in the business world, right? What you do for your clients, not just what you can do. Most people kind of go through and they're like, oh, well, I can help you make $1 million. I can help you lose, 25 pounds. That's great, but they're looking for receipts on what you do. What have you done? It's almost that aspect as well. So that's what I want y'all to think about is why you're going through what you do, what have you done? And that's the shift I want everyone to think about. And then what have you done? Who have you helped? Right? Because again, when you're going through that, you're now doing both things at the same time. You're not just telling someone what you do, but what you've done and who you've actually helped. You're being that storyteller because AI in today's world, it's not as simple, right? I don't go in and go LinkedIn expert, Austin, Texas, branding lady boss, and beautiful. Like how I threw that in there. Oh. But we're like, hey, I'm looking for this badass, amazing lady boss in Austin that could probably help me connect with my audience better across all platforms. And AI has to interpret what you mean. And I think that's the bigger thing is we're not in this world of keywords anymore, right? We're in a world where it has to interpret what you mean and be able to connect that person to the right outcome and the right answer. And so that's what I want y'all to be thinking about, right? Keywords, it's not that, and that's
well, it's the keyword and the sentiment.
Right.
It's that's the whole, semantic analysis and everything you talked about, the Llama 3.
So why do you serve, Rachel?
Why do I serve?
Yeah.
Oh man. There's nothing more powerful to me than when somebody understands the power of their voice and what they actually do and it clicks and they're like, oh, oh, that for me is it. And that's the college student I work for with our clients. And it's like when they feel this vulnerability and confidence, that to me is everything.
Yeah.
That's why we created YOUmanize. That's why I left corporate. That for me is my why. And my job to be done is to communicate that authentically. So my authenticity score is very high because I communicate that really well online. People understand how much I care,
Yeah.
right? My why of my service is really good. I actually need more proof of it. I need other people to be talking about me and that. But my why, and at least inside my heart, is super clear. And I think many of you here today, especially if you're your own business, you're owning your own business, you're a founder, we don't do this because it's freaking easy. Right? No, this is the hardest job beside parenting on the planet. It is.
Ray, this actually reminds me of something. So yesterday I got on a phone call with an old friend of ours from the Clubhouse days. I don't know if you remember Mike Rock.
Yeah.
He was in those rooms. So he's like, hey,
Okay.
let's jump on a 15-minute call. And he invited me in this new group, this WhatsApp group. He's like, hey man, I got this new thing. And I was like, all right, I've been in a lot of WhatsApp groups, it's high level. And, immediately, shortly after I joined, he was kind of reaffirming his why he put this together, what he was trying to do, it wasn't about the money aspect. And next thing I know, I mean, like 50 people are like, that's why I'm in this group. I see it every day, being able to go in. It was that reaffirming. It wasn't Mike that was actually going in there. And like, yes, he said that, but all those other people reaffirming
Yeah. Yeah.
was the important part.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need to be able to be in this world is, right? Like your name out of your mouth doesn't mean as much as your name out of someone else's mouth. And that's not only for human beings because we live in this trust deficit.
Yeah.
It's also for AI as well too.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that speaks to Lagia, if I'm saying that right. Sorry if I butchered it, Lagia, but real purpose and what positive impact can we create so clients choose us and stay with us.
Yep.
Yes, it's about trust and human connection. 100,000 bajillion percent. Exactly. And we're living in a time that 70 plus percent of people do not trust business leaders. They do not trust government officials. We just don't trust each other. Gosh, our clients are struggling to trust us. They think everything we do is written with AI, and we're like, no. And so what that means is we have to show our why now more than ever to get through to people, because if they don't feel you, like truly feel you, and you have to do that online, not just in these one-on-one conversations. If you're not landing that, it's really going to continue to be hard as an entrepreneur, as a founder, and frankly, as an employee at companies where we know everything is built on trusted relationships, specifically B2B companies.
Do you know that one of my last slides in my current webinar that I give is be felt first, then found?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's why people like us. We're
Yeah.
really feely. We're really touchy-feely.
And that'll be the next,
I know my dad's on here, my mom. I'm like seeing Chris, but this is us. We're being authentically us. This is Joshua and Rachel Beeley. This is what we do. And then the last piece is, where to find you. So you need to be consistent. My gosh, the consistency doesn't mean you need to be doing
or
a reel
post the exact same content across every single platform
every single day.
Like that's just
you don't need to do newsletters every day. You don't need to email people every day. You don't need
email people will tell you wrong. You need to email people 5 times a day.
Well, it depends on the email people you're talking to, but actually, and we've always believed this, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Fortunately, platforms like LinkedIn are very graceful in that, and that's straight from the LinkedIn creator team.
Well,
Like, if you want
they
to
want
post once a
content
week,
to be able to breathe. So you need to be able to
yeah,
give a piece of content up to 48 hours.
it's not
I,
about virality.
well, until you become that household name. And then you'll see the household names, they
Yes,
realize how powerful
they do
LinkedIn is, and they're
post.
posting like every hour.
No, like Gary Vee, you mean?
Dude, they'll post a lot.
Yeah.
But because they can with that household
Yeah,
name.
they're not getting creamed, but
Right.
we're not household names. We're just
No.
little old us trying to make our way in the world, right, guys?
Like Skylar asked me the other day, she was like, "Oh, Dad, I heard you were the #1 LinkedIn growth expert in the country." I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Does that mean you're famous?" I'm like, "Maybe on LinkedIn, but probably not."
You were like, no,
No, yeah, it was pretty much no.
no. She also told me that once I hit 40, that I'm officially old last
Only a
night.
couple more months.
So these are the things that you need to think about as you position yourself clearly so that you are chosen by the right people that you want to work with or you want to work for. The other piece of this conversation is to introduce you to YOUmanize, because the real question is, how do you position yourself? How do you get AI to choose you? We worked on it. We have spent months and months creating our baby YOUmanize, and we're so excited. Some of you I could see on right now have experienced it, but if you haven't, if you went on a couple weeks ago versus feel like a couple months ago versus
I
today,
vastly
it's like
shifted
a
it.
massive shift. um we'd love right now for you to go on to YOUmanize.ai to start to get your first signal, right? A first understanding of, how am I showing up online? We've been
But
talking about this entire time.
I mean, the trust signals. I mean, you want to be able to break that down. Like, why did we choose them? What's going on?
Yes. You
Yeah.
want to do that?
No, I want you to do it.
So we created YOUmanize, really putting together, I mean, my 15 plus years of brand and marketing experience, Josh's 25 plus years of building businesses and marketing, and specifically or working together over the last, 4 years. Because before with business, we worked with AWS, we've worked with University of Texas, the president's office over here. We've worked with uh, Dan Sullivan's team, Sally. We've worked with. We're very fortunate that we've worked with what we would consider to be the experts in their respective industries and fields, the best of the best. And what we discovered is that so often the most established individual was not getting the same visibility and credibility and attention online. And and we kept getting pressed.
Well, a lot of these people thought too, I mean, as you kind of go in, like, well, I already run my own company, I already have a job. Why do I need anything like LinkedIn? Why do I need to be able
Why
to,
do I need to be
why do I
present?
need to be present out there?
And then they'd ask, and then they continue to ask us, our brand perception is down, we're low on referrals, we're not getting visibility, our website traffic, like all these things, website traffic is down, getting crappy clients, I can't close a client, right? Like all these different pain points. And it had us thinking that, well, we're clearly not measuring our success in the right way at a company level and at an individual level. And
No one has been.
We've been looking at
Yeah.
followers and impressions and
Vanity
click-throughs,
metrics.
vanity metrics. And we realized that's not the right way to do it. And so YOUmanize is the first of its kind human credibility intelligence platform. Josh and I created these 7 trust signals based off of.
We helped define them. I don't know if they've been around, right? Like, I mean,
Yes,
again,
that's true.
These 7 trust signals are based on the 7 psychological aspects of trust. So again, we use psychology that's been rooted in decades of research to be able to actually build these.
And marketing.
Right.
I mean, nothing's surprising. Authenticity, consistency, reciprocity, relevance, social proof, transparency, and emotional resonance. And so when you're going on to YOUmanize right now, you're going to run a fresh analysis and you're going to see that we're scanning the interwebs and everything about you.
Is that what we call it now? Interwebs?
I'm calling it the interwebs. I've always liked calling it the interwebs.
I've heard you say that a couple times. I'm like, I don't think that's a term.
It's my term.
Okay.
we're scanning the interwebs for you to see how you are showing up. And then we give you a score 1 out of 100. We're not judging you. This is not good or bad. I will tell you, my score is in the 60s. What's yours at a low 70s? 70.
I'm taking in right now. So I mean, again,
What's the score?
I think it's like a 66.
Okay, there you
Because
go.
again, I'm taking in like 15 different signals.
Yeah, so more signals, more confidence,
I'm in
more.
the high 80s on LinkedIn, but yeah.
Yeah. So platform by platform, your signal, your score might adjust. But what this tells you
As I already
is,
tried to quantify why,
yeah, you just try to justify why you're in the
justify
60s.
why I'm in the 60s.
That's the whole point, right? Too, that it gives you a little bit of a feeling, right? When you know that, I mean, if our kids told us they got a 63 in class, we'd be like, you're failing. But you're really not. You're
You're done.
not failing.
You're done.
What that means is that there is a disconnect between what people are experience of you online and how you are in real life. And so what we get to do is close that gap. Because when we start to close that gap, we start to create new visibility and new opportunities. And really, more than anything, you get to serve what you want to serve and help our world and make a bigger impact. That's what this is all about.
It's about empowering human beings. And I think that's the bigger thing of what we're trying to do. And this is why it's our swan song, our legacy play, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I kind of go through a lot of different aspects, but as we go deeper in this world of AI where people feel like they're getting pushed out because of AI, this is a platform that we hope, and we know, and we continue to be able to share that will empower human beings in this AI generated world.
So please, as we're talking, especially because we have time together, we want you to go get that initial score. We want you to drop them into the chat. Let us know, what are you doing well on? What did it make you feel? Like, give us some feedback. You're also going to see when
Your initial score will take time, because again, I want y'all to understand when you go in there, it's going to take a couple minutes to be able to pull that initial list of websites and then to be able to give your score. This is not something that we're just artificially creating, right? Like this is due diligence that platform's going into. So you're going to be able to see it thinking, going through, and really building something for you specifically.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So you're gonna be able to see, how am I showing up online? And by the way, if we're picking this up, then Claude and Gemini and ChatGPT are seeing these disconnects, right? And you'll also see that there's Alice. Alice is your buddy. She's your credibility advisor. Talk to her. She'll help you analyze what exactly is going on, right?
And when Rachel says talk to her, y'all, I'm really excited. I was showing the team the other day for this. You can literally talk to Alice. She will talk back and forth, have a real conversation. She sees what's on your screen, in the dashboard, and being able to give you feedback on what she's looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you need to be able to accomplish, and how you need to be able to move things forward. So in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll find Alice in the YOUmanize dashboard. And then even at the bottom of that, it'll say talk to Alice. You click that. Now you can text, you can talk to text, whatever makes you better. But it's fun to be able to have a real conversation, and really not be able to hold anything back.
Yes. And so you're in a trial phase. You'll be able to test and play around with her. If you decide, and hopefully you do, to upgrade to a pro level, she actually is going to become your strategist. So all the work that I have been doing one-on-one with these clients, very meticulously to create a story, a core positioning, all the things that we're talking about, Alice will do that with you, which is very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that our clients pay $10,000 to be able to work with our team and Rachel to be able to have a brand launchpad blueprint to be able to go forward and be able to use and leverage. We've now built that entire process into Alice and into YOUmanize to be able to take you to that next level without that price tag.
Yes. Amazing. So we're really excited about it. We're excited to get your feedback, whether you give it in the chat or you give it to us on DM or whatever. We're excited to hear. Oh, did this change?
Nope,
And
you're still
then,
good.
oh, I think it exited here for a second. Yep. Okay. Great. And then I think our last piece here is just before you start posting more, right? and get all stressed out about that, ask whether the signal is clear enough to be chosen, right? Are you clear on what you're saying? Are you just posting to post? Are you just posting lame company content, right? Are you just sharing some link that has no relevance to what you do and who you serve? Is there no real storytelling in what you're doing? Take a beat, use YOUmanize, use Alice, talk to us, and I promise you, you will start to see much, much, much greater results, not just in getting clients, but you're going to feel really good about what you're sharing to the world. And you're going to be shocked at what people actually start to say to you.
And y'all, I want you to understand, like, we built this, and the reason why we're sharing with y'all right now, we've lived in a world for many years now, if not over decades, this pay-to-play world, where the people that paid the most were the most seen. And some of the people that were truly adding value to this world were hidden and muted. And I'm sorry, that sucks because again, I'm a person that likes to do things for the right reasons. It's not, money is a byproduct of what I want to be able to happen. I want to make sure we're adding value to this world to not only make sure that it's better for me, but for our kids, for your kids, for future generations. And Humanize is built to be able to do that. It's built to be able to not to level the playing field for everyone. It's not how much you spend anymore. It's how well and how clear you are online. And that's what we built Humanize to be able to support and help each and every one of you that is using this platform for the right reasons.
Awesome. So with that, we'd love to open it up with any questions. Marlene, if there's a little bit of troubleshooting we need to do, we'll take a look. We've been pressure testing. Looks like that maybe there's an account set up. But we are more than happy if you want to raise your hand, come off of, I guess, come off a mic or put any questions in the chat. We would love to talk to you.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate everyone being able to listen in. And any questions that y'all have around AEO, around LinkedIn, around this new world that we're kind of going into, like that's what Rachel and I are here for, right? It's not just to be able to talk to everyone, it's to be able to be supportive as possible and where we're going and how to be able to help get there.
Yeah, let's see.
And yeah, I'll look into the fail to fetch. That's the email thing that I was working on right before. So if you log in via the LinkedIn, the Microsoft, or the Google, it will get you in, Marlene.
Yes.
This is also the fun world that we live in, and the AI and being able to vibe code. I'll actually start going through and I'll make changes, and then Rachel will get mad at me because I'll break things.
Oh, awesome. Virtual patent. I don't know your name, but democratization. Thanks for building. Yeah, awesome. Love to get your feedback. Once you're, oh, Ashley. Hey, Ashley. I'm like, who is virtual patent? Oh, awesome. Thanks for being here, Ashley.
How can we make
Oh,
the
Leanne.
most?
Hi, Leanne.
How do we make the most of LinkedIn from AO? I mean, like this is the thing, y'all. I mean, LinkedIn is one of the most powerful tools out there. I mean, we're being able to see indexing from LinkedIn into sites like Perplexity within 1 hour. And the way that you need to be doing it is first and foremost, how is your title set up, right? Are you using the XYZ formula that we've set up? I help X to do Y so they can have Z, right? In your headline, in your title, making sure that your about section is fully filled out, not just a resume. This is your opportunity to be able to actually connect with your audience, where you've been, where you're at, where you're going. This is where you saw the questions coming up. There's a whole bunch of different aspects, but Leanne, this is why we built Alice, right? To be able to ask these and answer these specific questions, because I'm giving a lot of very wide information, but that's the cool thing about when you go into the Humanize platform. Alice can actually answer it specifically to you, Leanne, and to be able to make sure that it's supporting you. And so like that's the whole piece. Like there's things I could go into. We could sit here for another 2 hours, y'all, and talk about LinkedIn newsletters and everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's a lot of platform specific strategies. So what Josh just mentioned are some of the most effective. And any person that is going for trial into YOUmanize over the next week, go ask Alice. Also, if you're not getting any good feedback or you don't like it, like put in a support ticket, let us know.
Yeah, we've got that in the top right-hand corner to be able to get the best feedback from y'all as possible.
She's been trained in all of our training too.
Yeah, she got 74. LinkedIn profile, newsletter, wherever my personal website didn't get picked up. So that's something to be thinking about, right? Because again, when it's going through Ganesh.
Did you try, if it didn't pick it up, you can also enter it manually. So you could try that. You put enter manually, but also
that's the one thing I want you to think about as well. Like this thing is trained to be able to search over 50 different, websites that are actually indexing you. And if it's not picking up some of your sites, I'm going to tell you right now, that's probably a very clear sign that there's some optimization that needs to happen and that you are currently not getting indexed on LinkedIn. I mean, I'll tell y'all.
Not just on LinkedIn.
Well, not on LinkedIn, sorry, across all your websites. But like, as I was going through to rebuild our own Standout Authority website, and I assumed everything was, optimized. It was all AI indexed and things like that. And guess what, y'all? It was not AEO optimized. There were on my website and some of the domain and Cloudflare and things like that. I know I'm getting a little bit more technical, but there were triggers that were turned off for me because again, we were told when this whole AI world came about, don't let your sites get indexed by AI. And it had all these features to stop
to stop all the bots.
To stop all the bots. But the problem is if you stop the bots, you also stop the indexing as well. And so, Ganesh, that's something you might want to be checking in on your personal website to be able to see if you've got AI indexing turned off. And that's for everybody.
Over Cloudflare just said, it was 55% over of website traffic is bots right now.
Yeah.
So take that as you will, but it's something to think about.
Well, and that's the whole thing. You're going to have and bots can mean anything.
I mean, it's not that it used to be such a negative thing, but now you're like, oh,
and we're
all
moving
these
into
agents
where it's going to be agents talking to agents, or bots talking to bots. So you've got to make sure all this stuff is optimized.
Yeah,
and
it's crazy. It's like all this stuff we were told not to do, or it was like the website shouldn't be picking up. Well, everything's changing. It's like, oh, you want to not have too many tools, right? Use bigger platforms. And now it's like, no, make your own. Take everything in.
Let's talk about this as well, too. I mean, let's talk about the gurus and the experts over the last, 10 years, 20 years.
You're putting that quote.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, I hate when someone calls me an expert or something like that, too.
But you kind of love it.
Stop. But I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, so many taught each and every one of you, even us, how to be able to talk to the machines, how to be able to beat the algorithm, how to be able to go through. And that's not how AI works, right? AI works and learns like human beings. So now, and this is what YOUmanize helps you do, it helps you humanize your brand, right? Being able to go through, because again, you have to be able to learn how to be able to speak and share and post like a human being online again. That is what's important now. That's where I want y'all to understand. That's what YOUmanize was built to be able to help you do. So,
yes.
Anyways, y'all.
Any thanks again. We see some of our friends here and just supporters. We really appreciate you showing up for us. Leanne's saying a question. We just really appreciate you being here, but it looks like the Yap trend.
Oof, Leanne hit me something that I am not. I feel bad that I'm not even sure what the Yap trend is, Leanne. So,
I don't know at all what the Yap trend is.
Now I thought
all I know about yapping is being part of a Jewish family.
Oh, wow. And your dad and mom are on here.
Okay, Leanne, we're gonna need to look that up. You're gonna need to tell us. Okay, we don't know what Yap is. Do you want to come off mute and explain?
Yeah, raise your hand, Leanne. Tell us what Yap is. I feel bad that I don't know. All right, ask to talk. You hit it? Cheers. Leanne, can you talk?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Cool. So the Yap Nation. So it's a trend going on Instagram at the moment. And there's this fabulous lady, Jessie Jean. She has created a Yap Nation. And so what she does is she teaches people to yap on camera. is
Kind of like what we were
essentially
just doing.
kind of what you were doing. Absolutely. And she's created this whole challenge, a 6-week challenge on how to yap on camera. And she did a launch and she made $1.2 million in like 90 minutes or something. Now,
Phenomenal. Wow.
it's phenomenal. So go and look her up on Instagram. She is trending. Everybody's talking about yapping. Now, my question is, it seems
I'm like, okay, this is the world we're living in. Yes.
I mean, Leanne, this is what I do too. I mean, my videos that I do online now, I always
yeah,
walk and
that's
talk.
yapping.
I walk and
Yeah,
talk,
it's the so that we're yapping.
but I do that because
Yeah.
then it's so much harder for an AI video, a fake AI video to be moving because you always,
Yeah.
I always see someone sitting in front of a still space if it's a fake video. So yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah. So now, I mean, obviously, you guys know I do the podcasting side, and it's
Amazing.
all about the conversation and how do you get yourselves into the conversation. Yapping, I wonder, and this would be great to dig into, is yapping too short for AI to use to get to know you? Or is the reason it's taking off and the reason people with yapping videos are literally going viral overnight, is it because AI is going, this is real conversation, and that's why it's getting to know who you are, and it's got that relevancy, that deeper getting to know who you are as a person, what you stand for, and how you make people feel, and maybe that's why it's working.
I'd say 100% because that's what it's looking for. It's looking for these trust signals. That's why it likes LinkedIn because those signals are showing up online, right? And so when you're talking about Instagram as well too, it's not the usual thing that we're all used to. So it breaks that pattern. So 100%, Lan, I think that
Meta also has Llama 3 and
Llama 4
now it's Llama 4,
Yeah.
which is all on the semantic.
Yeah,
right?
so I think that's where you're actually getting pulled in with Llama 4.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Because Leanne, that's a reason why, and I don't think most people pay attention to this, and that's why it's working so well on Instagram. Like LinkedIn, and I think you and I might have talked about this, Leanne, the other day, but LinkedIn uses 3 of the top LLMs across their platform, which is Copilot, it uses OpenAI, and then it also layers on top of it Llama 4. And people go, why would they ever use Llama 4? Because it has a better understanding of the human language than any other LLM out there right now because of Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's amazing.
Which maybe then raises the second question that I had, but yapping made more sense to ask at that moment, was, does it matter whether you go onto multiple platforms, or should you focus on one? Because that's a big question we often get asked. And maybe that feeds into what Alice would say is, would she look at somebody individually and say, you should only be on LinkedIn, or you're missing a trick by not being on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, as an example?
Yes. Well, first, Alice will give you suggestions, but I don't, most people don't have the capacity or time to be everywhere, right? And so there, like,
know where your audience is.
You need to know where your audience is. You need to know how you like to communicate. Like, if you don't love being on video, well, we all know, like, sorry, you're gonna have to get past that. But let's say you really, really hate it, then YouTube's probably gonna be a really tough one for you to break through. You're gonna have to YouTube is hard anyways, because it takes a while. So you need to think about what drives your energy, where you're at, where are your people, and then make a selection based off of your time and energy and investment that you want to put in. Where's going to be the most strategic place? Of course, Josh and I believe for business professionals, coaches, consultants, law, real estate, several of these core verticals, LinkedIn is going to be your strongest area. If you're, and YouTube, I'd say those two.
Well, and those are the two that the content stands the test of time, y'all. It's proven that LinkedIn content and YouTube content will and can last up to 10 years. Other platforms, you don't see that. It's rare that it lasts a couple hours, if not the full day.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're looking at. And then if you're talking about AI indexing at the same time, Leanne, if I'm going to concentrate the platforms, I would look at concentrating on for the future of search. Being the answer, because again, I think social media, it's not really social media anymore. It's more media than anything. And it would be LinkedIn, YouTube, and then I'm looking at Reddit, I'm looking at Substack, I'm looking at some of these right there that most people don't even pay attention to for that indexing, because again, I want to have a conversation, and that means I need to be able to get into the AI search. If either
Yeah.
because there's so many people, Leanne, let me tell you, and of course I love podcasting, and that gets us into the conversation, right? But that's that whole aspect is, if I want to be able to build a media channel and have people watch me, and like I know people that are on YouTube, they've got millions of followers, they've never sold a single thing, but they make a lot of money on ad revenue. And so it just depends on what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you. We're basically at the top of the hour and you're able to get in. Okay, great. Awesome. Marlene, we're so glad you were able to get in. We want to be super mindful of everybody's time. Please, if you have any thoughts, any feedback, just give us a DM, me or Josh, or you could send us an email, really whatever you feel like. We'll send this recording. We're going to have a recording. You will get it. And again, just have a great weekend wherever you are. Thank you. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your week.